to POS 2041 News. We are currently sitting with President Barack Obama talking about gay marriage. Before the commercial break, we were discussing DOMA, the Defense of Marriage Act, which was enacted in 1996 by Bill Clinton. It defined marriage as a partnership between a man and a woman. This act also ensured that no state had to recognize any same-sex marriage. Now, what would have to be done in the Supreme Court to change this act, Mr. President?
First it goes to the appellate court. There's district court, then there are appeal courts, and then it goes to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, we all paid attention in Dr. Y's class. We know that. Now, what about the don't ask, don't tell policy?
These are profoundly difficult issues, and I recognize the difficulties because they're ones that I grapple with.
Is there something you'd like to share with us, Mr. President? Something of the closet opening variety? All right, we have a clip of an earlier speech you made. Roll clip.
I have to confess I really did not want to be here tonight, but I knew I had to come. Just one more problem that I've inherited from George W. Bush.
Mr. President. So, Mr. President, what can you tell us about the repeal of the Don't Ask, Don't Tell policy?
All this change hasn't been easy. Change never is. So I've cut the tension by bringing a new friend to the White House. He's warm, he's cuddly, loyal, enthusiastic. You just have to keep him on a tight leash. Every once in a while he goes charging off in the wrong direction and gets himself into trouble. But enough about Joe Biden.
Yeah, I don't really want to know. Do you plan on training Mr. Biden?
In the next 100 days we will house train our dog Bo.
You seem to be very in tune with your Vice President. What else do you have in store for the next 100 days?
Finally, I believe that my next 100 days will be so successful I will be able to complete them in 72 days. And on the 73rd day I will rest.
Now, to be clear, Mr. President, what exactly is your stand on gay marriage?
You know, my belief is that as a public official, my role is to make sure that everybody is treated fairly and everybody has equal rights.
Well, that answered nothing. How would you define marriage?
I believe that marriage is the union between a man and a woman. I am not somebody who promotes same-sex marriage.
But then what about equal rights?
Well, the fact is that right now many gay couples, for example, can't visit each other in the hospital.
I do believe that we should not, that for gay partners to want to visit each other in a hospital, for the state to say, you know what, that's all right.
You know what? That's all right. I'm sorry. Please continue.
And when I sit down and read Scripture, and I think, how would Jesus feel about somebody not being able to visit somebody they love when they're sick?
Yes, how would Jesus feel? Jesus?
I feel bad.
And there you have it, folks. Back to the issues.
On these issues, I think we can disagree respectfully. Disagree without being disagreeable, but we have to remind ourselves of all the things we agree on.
Wait. So do you agree or disagree?
No.
Okay then. So you know the whole class is going to be watching this interview.
And I give you credit, you got a pretty big viewership.
Yeah, they love me. But as I was saying, are there any final thoughts you'd like to express with the class?
Get out of here.
All right, nice talking with you, Mr. President. Back to you, POS 2041 News.
Come on.
So, Mr. President, what can you tell us about your...
Before the commercial break, we were talking about DOMA, the Defense of Marriage Act, which was enacted...
I got the microphone. Sorry.
I said it!
I know, I'm sorry.
Okay. You're currently sitting down talking to
Mr.
President, which was enacted in 1996 by President Bill Clinton. This act ensured that any man and woman could get married because that's what marriage is.